Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monday night on Mulligan's Island. How you doing tonight? It's nice to have you with us. I appreciate you joining us tonight. I hope it's beautiful weather wherever you are, although I hear it's a little bit nippy. In fact, it's a little nippy down here, too. But we're going to sing some songs to chase that cold weather away, as we always do on Mulligan's Island. I'll be taking your request tonight. And, you know, I had hoped that we would have Eric Stone on tonight's show. He had to postpone on us. But we got some videos for you, so it's going to be fun tonight, and we are going to get Eric on here very soon in the near future. So appreciate you being here. Hope you guys will go to your fridge, grab yourself something to drink. If you can share this show on your Facebook page, boy, I sure appreciate that. Even if you just let somebody know that you're watching. We always welcome new viewers, new requests, and it sure helps us to get the music out to new people. I want to thank all of you guys also for all the wonderful notes you've written me following my dad's death on Friday, and I really appreciate that. In fact, I'm going to talk a little bit about my dad early on in the show tonight and sing a couple of songs that I think he would have enjoyed, and we'll, in addition, be taking your requests too. So I say, with you guys signing on right now, we kick things off with a song written and performed by a guy who's watching this show right now. He's watching with his wife, Beth. His name is Rudy B. And take it away, Rudy B.
Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island, giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. I'll be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mulligan's Island. How you doing tonight? We got a nice studio audience here, and we're ready to have some fun tonight. And like I said when we started things off while you were logging on, I want to thank everybody for all the nice notes. Man, we had so many nice ones. A lot of you guys shared memories of my dad because he was pretty well known at my shows. He was a pretty funny guy. He'd get up and do a little stand-up comedy act. And here's some pictures of my dad right now, starting off in the old days there, playing football at Phoenix College, marrying my mom. 65 years they were married, give it up for my parents. How about that? 65 years. Look at that little tyke. I wonder who that dude is sitting on Dad's lap. And there's when the family was just starting out. Of course, 8 kids. And there's me in my Cub Scout days with my dad. And good shot of Dad there. So a lot of you guys used to see Dad telling jokes at my shows. And I figured we would tonight do a couple of the songs to start things off that my dad would have liked. And then I'm going to be taking your requests after that. But anyway, would you actually just start off tonight? Give my dad a big round of applause so loud that he can hear you up in heaven, because that's where we know he is right now. And my mom also really appreciates all the support, all the nice things that have been said too. So thank you guys very much. You know, my dad, of all my songs, Leave It to My Dad, this one here was his favorite one of the bunch. So I figured tonight, we've never started the show off with this song right here, but we're going to tonight in honor of my dad. It's called Jesus Loves You. First you tipped the waitress, then you slammed the door. You backed into a Buick, and then you blew on down the road. I wonder what were you thinking as you took off down the block, screaming like a madman and flipping people off. Just about then I thought I'd seen it all, until I saw that big old sticker on the back of your car. And it said, Jesus loves me, and I did a double take. I can't speak for our Savior, but there's gotta be some mistake. Now this ain't from the gospel, no, you won't hear this in church. Jesus loves you, the rest of us think you're a jerk. Maybe you just woke up on the wrong side of the bed, so you're having a bad day, huh? Well, get over it. Maybe your mama didn't love you, your gal dumped you, or the job's driving you insane. Go ahead, shout out to the Lord, but quit screaming his name in vain. There you go, cussing out the traffic cop. I bet God's looking down, begging you to please shut up. As you say, Jesus loves me, dude, I've actually got some doubts. Take a good look at the good book, this ain't what it's all about. Here's a revelation, take it for what it's worth. Yeah, Jesus loves you, the rest of us think you're a jerk. He said he came for sinners, man, you're his kind of guy. But now I look into the mirror, and my God, I realize, who am I fooling, thinking I'm better than you? Yeah, Lord, forgive me, I know not what I do, 'cause just like you I say, Jesus loves me, and I know that's true. Even when I don't get just what he sees in you. How can I point my finger like you're the big sinner when I just might be the worst? Hey, thank God, Jesus loves me, even when I'm a jerk. Now I hope we both make it to heaven, I just pray you get there first. Jesus loves you, Jesus loves you. Hey gang, let's just leave it at that. Thank you very much. Our first request is going out for that zip code. Dad always liked that song a lot. Well, there's a song that I don't know if I've sung this one on the show or not before. It's a song off the Greetings from Mulligan's Island CD. And some of you guys, I think I've heard that my dad was a private pilot. And back in the days when Arizona didn't have an NFL football team, we adopted the San Diego Chargers as our favorite team. And back then, the Chargers had 7 home games. It was a 14-game season back then. And it worked out perfectly because at the time, we only had 7 kids. Child number 8 had not come along yet. And so it worked out perfect. Dad, kind of the nice thing he would do for each of us kids is give us the chance to get in his plane with him and take a day off school and fly out to San Diego and go watch the Chargers play. And that started in 1977, so I was 11 years old when I got to go to my first game with my dad against the Cincinnati Bengals with Ken Anderson, quarterback in the Bengals. And still remember that day, and it was a special time because my dad was a busy guy, 8 kids. You know, he didn't just have a whole lot of time to kill, but that was always time he would dedicate to us. And so this is a song that I kind of sang that takes me back to those days and means even more so today than it has before. And I hope you like this one. I was Fouts, you were Jefferson. A worn-out Wilson, football in my hands, and I can hear the fans as we drove the Chargers downfield on a touchdown drive. Till our mom said, "Wash up, boys, it's supper time." Now whatever happened to Kellen Winslow and Charlie Joyner, I'd like to know. Whatever happened to my best friend down the road? And where do the days go when they're gone? How many times will I circle that sun? All of these questions, but all I really want to know is where do the days go? He married Mom and worked hard all his life. Raised 8 kids, me, I was number 5. I still recall the time when he put a blue and gold ticket in my hand. We cheered that whole game, just me and my dad. Eating hot dogs and drinking Coke while Air Coryell was putting on a show. Couldn't wait to tell my friends when I got home. Now where do the days go when they're gone? How many times will I circle that sun? My dad said someday, son, we'll all grow old. Where do the days go? Where do the days go? Oh, just like a river flows, time disappears, and we're bound to do the same. Hey, JJ, this is Fouts. Those were the best of times, no doubt. And Dad, thanks for that game. I thought of you one autumn day. It was 4th quarter. Chargers 1st and 10. Rivers fakes and hands to Tomlinson. And someone takes my hand and says, "Thank you, Daddy, for the best day of my life." I can't wait to tell my best friend what a real game's like. From Fouts and Joyner, the Jefferson, Rivers and Gates and Tomlinson, from season to season, from sons to fathers we go. Now where do the days go when they're gone? How many times will I circle that sun? All of these questions, but keeps asking. I was Fouts, you were Jefferson. Worn out Wilson, football in my hand. where do the days go? Thank you, Dad, for that game. Good memories, really good memories. Well, that's such a great shot you're looking at of my dad right there. He loved to dress in his Irish green, and he always had that smile on his face, and Dad was quick with a joke. He was quick with a military salute. We're going to show you one of those in just a little while. But I'm going to just do two more songs here, thinking of my dad, and I appreciate you letting me do these, everybody. People have asked me, as a matter of fact, about the funeral. It's going to be this Friday. I'm going to be heading up Thursday and going to that up in Phoenix. And Mom's doing well. Want to let you all know because a lot of you are friends with Mom, and Mom's a woman of faith. And, you know, just real quickly, just so you know, we've been saying goodbye to Dad for a long time. He's been suffering from dementia. And, you know, what a frustrating thing for my dad, for a guy with a mind like his. He was a really successful orthodontist, and my dad worked into his 80s. And so, it was a very frustrating thing for him. And we're very happy for my dad that he's not bound by that disease anymore. We know exactly where he is, and that's why we're happy for my dad. And my mom, my mom, you got to love her. The next day, my dad passed away at 10:45 at night. My mom woke up the next day. She put a pretty dress on, and she celebrated with dark chocolate. She celebrated my dad's entrance into heaven. So give my mom a round of applause. What a lady she is. 65 years married. So I'm going to do one song here, and then I'm going to play after this one. I'm going to play you one of my dad's favorite songs. It's not a song that I wrote, but it's one that you might be able to sing along to. Normally on this song, we show you some beautiful sunsets, but we're going to show you a little bit of my dad along with a few sunsets too. My buddy Jeff Percival wrote this song years ago, let me record it. And it's another one of those songs that means more and more every time I sing it, especially on days like this for me. And I know a lot of you guys too. A lot of you guys have shared your stories of people you've said goodbye to. We've certainly said goodbye to a lot of people the last couple of years. Here in this town in San Carlos, we really have. Luckily, the good thing is, like my dad, most of these are people who've lived really good, long, full lives, and we got to be happy about that. I was sitting on my front porch swing, watching the sun go down, thinking that there's still some things left to do while it was still around. Then the colors took me by surprise. I was suddenly so hypnotized. I let the worries of life pass me by. It was then and there that I realized that a sunset can be a beautiful thing when you can learn to leave a few things undone and truly take the time to see that a sunset can be a beautiful thing when you can let go and learn to let it be. I was watching Mama getting gray, and my daddy's strength began to fade. That's when I began to pray, Lord, please don't take them away, 'cause I still got so much left to learn, and I love my mom and daddy so. But this whole world continues to turn. Mama said, son, I thought by now you'd know that a sunset can be a beautiful thing when you can learn to leave a few things undone and truly take the time to see that sunset can be a beautiful thing when you can let go and learn to let it be. Now I'm sitting on my front porch swing. I'm watching the sun go down. I'm thinking that there's still some things left to do while I'm still around. Then my life passes before my eyes, and I'm suddenly so hypnotized. Is it the colors of those painted skies? 'Cause I hear a voice from the other side singing, sunsets can be a beautiful thing when you can learn to leave a few things undone and truly take the time to see that a sunset can be a beautiful thing when you can let go and learn to let it be. Sunsets can be a beautiful thing when you can learn to leave a few things undone and truly take the time to see that a sunset can be a beautiful thing when you can let go and learn to let it be. Thank you guys very much. Well, there's a song that my dad used to sing when we were little kids, and I've never sung it on this show before. I think Ray Stevens did this song, I'm pretty sure. And this is just kind of my dad's sense of humor. You know, my dad's, let's just put it this way, he wasn't much of an opera fan. He wasn't really into the symphony. My dad's idea was if you can't whistle it, it's not music, okay? He did have diverse tastes, I'll give him this. He was a Mark Mulligan fan. He was also a fan of, you're not going to believe this, the Go-Go's. Do you remember the Go-Go's? And the reason why is because my dad had a Walkman back then, a Sony Walkman. Do you remember those? And he would put his cassette of the Go-Go's in, and he liked it because he could jog to it, and it didn't have a single slow song on it. So my dad instantly became a Go-Go's fan, which is interesting because the only other music my dad liked was Jerry Lee Lewis. So very, very diverse tastes. In fact, when my first album came out, The Things I Love, it was just a home project. I don't even include it in my other albums, The Things I Love. It was a cassette tape. And, you know, this is back when my hair was brown and I was just a youngster. And I did this album as a secret, recorded a little home studio at my buddy's place. And I did it as a surprise for my family, thinking, oh, cool, they're going to get a Christmas gift and unwrapping. Oh, wow, Mark's got music. And I still remember my dad's reaction. He tore the paper off and said, the hell is this? And my mom says, honey, I think that's his music. My dad says, what? He says, you know, he writes and records his own music, plays his own music. My dad was kind of stunned because I don't think he'd ever really caught on to that. So he disappeared after a little while. And he went into his bedroom and he was looking around for something to play it on. Well, it turned out all he had was like a little portable CD player. He didn't have a cassette deck. So he went down to his car. He went down to his out to the garage to his car, and he had a Mitsubishi, a brand new Mitsubishi at the time. This is 1990, 91. So CD players were just getting put in the cars. My dad came back furious because he'd been trying to jam the cassette tape into the CD player. Okay. And he was screaming all kinds of things you don't really want to hear about the manufacturers of Mitsubishi. But anyway, my mom, again, kind of soothed the situation, said, Tom, I think that's a CD player. My dad said, what the hell is that? So he was not happy about having a CD player because he couldn't play The Things I Love, Mark Mulligan's album. So my dad's the only guy I knew who took his car into the shop, had him rip the CD player out and put a cassette deck in. And my poor brothers, they would drive around with my dad, and mine was the only cassette he would listen to over and over and over. Even I'm sick of me. So anyway, this is a song that my dad used to sing for us a lot. I love this song, and I don't get to play it often, but what the heck? Let's just have fun. My dad wants us to have a little laugh tonight. Oh, many, many years ago, when I was 23, I was married to a widow who was pretty as can be. This widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with her, and soon they too were wed. Well, that made my dad my son-in-law and really changed my life. For my daughter was my mother, 'cause she was my father's wife. And to complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. You guys out there still with me on this? My little baby thus became a brother-in-law to Dad, and he so became my uncle, although it makes me sad. For if he were my uncle, well then that also makes him brother to the widow's grown-up daughter, who was of course my stepmother. You guys still with me? Come on. All right, here we go. My father's wife then had a son who kept them on the run. And he became my grandchild, 'cause he was my daughter's son. Well, my wife is now my mother's mother, and it makes me blue, 'cause although she is my wife, she's my grandmother too. It's where the song takes a slightly disgusting turn. So let's just wrap it up right here, simply and easily. Now, if my wife is my grandmother, I'm her grandchild. And every time I think about it, it nearly drives me wild. 'Cause now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband of my grandma, I am my own grandpa. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. Come on, guys, help me out. I'm my own grandpa. Oh, it sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. Thank you very much. I'm mentally drained after that song. Wow. All right. Well, I told you we'd show you a little military salute from my dad. You know, one of my last memories of my dad was I went up actually a couple times to see him while he was still able to speak. And one of the times I was able to take my son Marcos, which was really nice. Marcos came up from Guadalajara and went up, and the only thing my dad said that day, I believe, to either one of us, he took Marcos' hand, he kind of reached out, and he said, told Marcos, he says, "You're a good man." And Marcos really, really loved hearing that, because that's all my dad spoke that day. But also when I went to say goodbye to my dad, thinking, I might not see him again, he wasn't able to speak at all, and I could tell that was really, really, really frustrating him. And I said, "Dad, I got to go. Everyone else is going to come see you tomorrow, but I got to go back to Mexico." And I think my dad knew me going back to Mexico meant I might not see him again. My dad knew the end was near. And so, he just looked kind of just disappointed there in his wheelchair. And as they wheeled him away, I still remember my dad giving me just turned. He couldn't say anything, but he just lifted his hand and gave me a military salute. And my dad used to do that a lot. In fact, we'll share a little military salute from my dad right here. This is him in his final days here.
Come on. Give us your best.
There we go.
There
Yes,
we go.
sir.
There we go. Perfect. That's one for the record. He's saluting the boss.
As you guys know, with anybody who's had a family member with dementia, people go up and down quite a bit. It's a roller coaster, and so that was just one of those rare days that my dad, he bounced back. I had said goodbye to him and thought that was going to be it. And all of a sudden, the next day, he's joking and conversing, and so it's a really strange roller coaster ride. I can empathize with any of you guys out there who've lost somebody who had dementia or going through that right now. It certainly is a challenging thing. All right. Got some requests coming in here. All right. We got some good ones coming in here. I appreciate that, guys. Marcy's watching us. Tim Scott watching us in Illinois tonight, and Tom Copeland. Let's see if I can pull one of these requests out for you guys. Let's see. We'll do this one for Tim. Tim, I'm going to play you a song. And Claudia LeClaire, if you're watching this from Virginia or Puerto Rico, I'm not sure which you're in right now, this is one of your favorite songs. I just mentioned to you guys this cassette tape that I put out that I don't even really count among my albums because it wasn't like a real studio that I did it in. But there's a song on here that I'd like to re-record someday. I'd like to re-record it with a full band. And Tim, I appreciate you requesting it. You're one of those guys out there who has everything I've ever recorded and more. So thank you. So this one's not even on my best of the early years or anything. This is just on that original Things I Love cassette, which later got put on the CD. 10 miles out of town. It's been a while, but here I am. Walking down that dirt road once again. Do you remember those summer nights of 82? 17 and not a clue. We can't say we didn't try to find the answers out in the middle of nowhere. This was somewhere to me. It's where we satisfied our sense of curiosity. No speed limit signs to slow us down. They came searching, but we were never to be found. Lost out in this place we once called paradise. And I tried to get you home before the sunrise. It's where the sound of two hearts beating filled the night. Dancing to the moon under the moonlight. Oh, I remember. It's where I taught you how to drive, and you taught me how to love. And we could never learn enough. Out on the back roads. It must sound crazy. What am I doing here tonight? And what did I think I was gonna find? Is it like I should feel you? Or hear your voice inside my mind? Those footsteps washed away with time long ago, but a million untold secrets still remain. Out in the middle of nowhere, this was somewhere to me. It's where we satisfied our sense of curiosity. No speed limit signs to slow us down. They came searching, but we were never to be found. 'Cause we were lost out in this place we once called paradise. And I tried to get you home before the sunrise. It's where the sound of two hearts beating filled the night. Dancing to the wind under the moonlight. Oh, I remember. It's where I taught you how to drive, and you taught me how to love. And we could never learn enough. Out on the back road. No speed limit signs to slow us down. They came searching, but we were never to be found. 'Cause we were lost out in this place we once called paradise. Where I taught you how to drive, and you taught me how to love. We could never learn enough. No, we could never learn enough. Out on the back road. Out on the back road. Just you and me and nothing in between us. Out on the back roads. Out of the archives on that one. Well, thank you. I'll tell you what. Vamos a hacer el video de beach walk. Just was up in Rocky Point this last weekend, and while you guys are watching this video, I'm going to retune this guitar and take some more requests. Hope you guys are all doing okay out there. Hey, go ahead and request something fun if you'd like to. I'd love to play it for you. And I'll be back right after this video.
Well, it's a cloudy morning here in Rocky Point. The sun is starting to come out. I'm out walking the beach, and I got it all to myself today. In just a little while, I'm going to head over to Margarita Mermaids. I'll be singing there at 3 o'clock, and then on Saturday at 5 o'clock. Always good time there at Margarita Mermaids. But for right now, I got me a beach to walk.
The sun finally did come out that day, and it ended up being a nice day. So we got some more requests coming in here, and I'm going to throw these all in. Jason Cunningham, I appreciate you. Caroline, you wrote me such a nice note today, and I'm going to do yours. Mike Miller, you bet I'm going to play your song tonight. I love it, guys. Thank you for being with me. I really appreciate it. It was a last-minute decision to do the show. Tom, I got yours coming up. But let me throw this one in for Jason. Jason, of your 2 requests, I'll throw this one in. All right, Jason. I know you're a big Tom Shepard fan. The old man drank a beer every now and then. One day we cracked a couple, just me and him. At 80 years old, all the stories he could tell you about his far-flung friends from France to Venezuela. He said I swig Fosters with Aussies, Guinness in an Irish pub, a Shiner Bock, and looking back, and buddy, sure enough, it's all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. It's all the same beer, different can. Right, Jason? My pal Tom Shepard played a tour overseas, singing for all our folks stationed in the Middle East, at the ambassador's home right there in Riyadh. He sang a special song he'd written about his dad. And when the show was over, he was loading up his van. This guy walked up to Tom and stuck out his hand. He said, that song about your father really meant a lot to me, 'cause I just lost mine and you described him perfectly. Now that man had on a white robe, he wore sandals on his feet, he had a guitar on his head, and man, it ain't that hard to see. We're all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. Now the old man said, I believe God's gonna get a good laugh when we learn all of us Buds and Millers and Landsharks, Coors, Tecate Lights, Bohemias, Pacificos, and even Pabst are all the same beer, different can. Just different labels, different brands. But the more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. The more you sip, the more you understand. We're all the same beer, different can. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Well, Marcy is out there watching us. Marcy is our newlywed. She and Paul just got married on our recent trip to Alamos. Give them a big round of applause. Yeah, and it was such a beautiful thing. Hacienda de los Santos, the resort down there, just did a fantastic job on the wedding. And Marcy, thank you for inviting all of us who were on that trip to be a part of such a special day. You and Paul are an awesome couple, and we love you. And this is a song that Marcy really likes a lot. She and Paul are pretty adventurous people, and this is one they can relate to. I hope you can relate to it too. Eso va a ser... pura cámaras otra vez. Porque no tienes video. Pues pura cámaras también. Es del disco Lupitas. I still recall the first time that we met. It's one of my favorite memories. Right up there with the day we wed. So it might sound kind of crazy when the best that I can do, each time she asks me if I had to choose among my favorite memories, which ones they'd be, I just shrug and smile as I look back on times I can't forget. 'Cause my favorite memories are the ones we still ain't made yet. Seeing that blue line on the PT, we're checking out that first ultrasound. Sometimes it's all one big blur to me. So what am I supposed to do? What can I say? Each time she asks me if I had to choose among my favorite memories, which ones they'd be, I just shrug and smile as I look back on times I can't forget. 'Cause my favorite memories are the ones we still ain't made yet. We got a lifetime of history, but we've only begun. Just imagine all the things we still ain't done. So each time she asks me if I had to choose among my favorite memories, which ones they'd be, I just shrug and smile, 'cause we've had a blast, I must admit. 'Cause my favorite memories are the ones we still ain't made yet. Those memories we still ain't made yet. So many memories we still ain't made yet. Thank you very much, Luisito Máquinas. Luis. All right, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to head back up to Rocky Point. I want to introduce you to a real character on the boardwalk. I won't say anything else about this guy. I just call him 9-Volt Man, and you're about to find out why.
Well, I'm always amazed at how creative people can be in trying to find a way to make a living, especially here on the boardwalk here in Rocky Point. I am with a guy named Nacho. This is Nacho, and he's been working the boardwalk for 40 years. So Nacho goes up and down the boardwalk with his 9-volt battery. And what you're supposed to do here is hold on as long as you can. And believe it or not, people pay 50 pesos here to see how much pain they can withstand. This is a smart businessman. All right, well, Nacho's had a slow day, but I think we've got a victim here. What's your name?
Jonathan,
Hey, Jonathan, where are you down from?
San Diego.
San Diego. Well, welcome to Rocky Point. All right, so Nacho here is going to show us what he does here.
Okay.
And he's going to fire up his battery, and we're going to see how long, Jonathan, right? We're going to see how long Jonathan can hold on here. You ready to go? Take it away. Así está bien. Wow! Impressive, Jonathan. Wow! Man, he's holding on. I think Nacho enjoys his work. Wow, impressive. Give it up for Jonathan, everybody. Jonathan, great job on that, man. Thank you. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one smart businessman. Give it up for Nacho.
You guys now have a homework assignment. Next time you go to Rocky Point, I want you to try that, and I want someone to film you on your phone, and I'm going to put you on the show. We're going to see how much you can withstand, okay? What a smart businessman that is. You would think, right, that you know, he'd be paying you to do this. No, you pay him. Wow. Love this guy. All right, hey, Dave and Leanne, I know you're watching us from Triana Condos tonight. Leanne, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in, you two, and we'll be talking to you in the next couple of days here, but this request goes out for Dave and Leanne Seaholm watching us from San Carlos. Turk Sims, if you're out there, I know you like this one too. Song written by Hugo Duarte. When I was 17 years old, we moved to Tascosa. My daddy was determined to make some dreams come true. I swore I'd never let him down as long as I was breathing. Working dawn till dark, side by side, doing all that we could do. Trying to stay alive, trying to stay together. We were praying if we worked real hard, we'd see our lives get better. Daddy kept on saying, son, our luck is bound to change. With the good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. It never rained a single drop and our dreams were bound to fail. It's hard to watch a whole year's crop turn to dust in one dry spell. There was nothing anyone could do and nothing we could say. We just loaded what was left of our lives on a truck and drove away. Trying to stay alive, trying to stay together. We were praying if we worked real hard, we'd see our lives get better. Daddy kept on saying, son, our luck is bound to change. With the good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. We were down but not defeated. All those years ago, our failures taught me how to reap those seeds my daddy sowed. I woke up this morning and jumped up in my truck. I drove out to the farthest field and I turned my collar up. I walked out in that winter wheat and touched it with my hands. Thank the Lord for blessing me with those years with my old man. And for keeping us alive, for keeping us together, for listening to those desperate prayers and making our lives better. Daddy always told me, son, our luck is bound to change. With a good Lord's help, some daylight and just a little bit of rain. A little bit of rain, a little bit of rain. All right, thank you very much. Vamos a hacer video Wrecked at the Reef. We're going to go back up the Rocky Point, and I'm going to take you to this really, really cool beach bar. Some of you guys may have been there before. If you go out on Sandy Beach and you were walking on that beach like you were heading over toward Choya Bay, you'd come across this spot we're taking you to right now. Between Rocky Point and Choya Bay, on the far west end of Sandy Beach, you come to an awesome bar. It's called Wrecked at the Reefs. Wrecked at the Reef is the definition of a Mexican beach bar. Great spot to grab a drink on the beach. They also offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They got live music, outdoors and indoors on weekends. They got games like cornhole, volleyball. You can really just come here, spend the afternoon, and have a great time. This drink right here is called a Chango Sucio, a dirty monkey. And it's got banana liqueur, Malibu rum, and Kahlua, and it looks good. This is Lindsay, and she is going to sample that dirty monkey for us. Hi, Lindsay.
Hello.
All right, let's see how it is.
It's delicious.
All right, thumbs up from Lindsay. You guys having a good time in Rocky Point?
Yes.
All right. It's like an escape from the world here at Wrecked at the Reef, but you're really just a short walk from the beautiful condos to Sandy Beach. Shooting all these videos for you guys has definitely worked up my appetite. So, here at the Reef, I'm going to grab me some grilled flounder, vegetables, and just take in a beautiful day. I think we need to hear one of my dad's jokes. What do you guys think? My dad would get up at my dad would get up. All right, a doctor tells his patient, "Hey, I got good news for you, and I got bad news for you." Okay, the bad news is we amputated the wrong leg. The good news is looks like the other one is getting better after all. All right, so this guy goes to confess. He says, "Father, I have sinned." The priest says, what did you do? He says, "I've kissed a nun." And the priest says, "That's okay, just don't get in the habit." This one goes out for Michael and Elaine, watching us up in the Pacific Northwest. Another one out of the archives. Now, this one is not exactly a lyrical masterpiece, but forgive me. I think I was 19 when I wrote it. I had a buddy of mine with me. We had a rhyming dictionary and a bottle of tequila, and it shows on this next song. No time for a siesta, a Mexico fiesta. Won't someone please help me off the floor? Pretty señorita, rhyming dictionary, drinking margaritas. Otra cerveza, por favor. There's always mañana. There's always mañana. I know I should be leaving, but there's always mañana for me to go home. Okay, studio audience, we need you on this next line. Your line is arriba. You ready? And you guys at home, help us out. Someone shouts, arriba! A bottle of tequila. Another shot and I'll be doing all right. Telephone is ringing, but everybody's singing. Somewhere south of somewhere on a Saturday night. Shameless self-promotion right there, by the way. There's always mañana. There's always mañana. I know I should be leaving, leaving, but there's always mañana for me to go home. 'Cause there ain't no boat and there ain't no plane. You can't hop a bus and you can't board a train. Your credit card's maxed and your money's all gone. So have another drink and keep singing this song. There's always mañana. There's always mañana. I know I should be leaving, but there's always mañana. Help me out, guys. There's always mañana. There's always mañana. I know I should be leaving, but there's always mañana for me to go home. For me to go home. For us to go home. You were warned, not exactly a lyrical masterpiece, but hey, they got the job done. All right, Luis, let me see those requests again. I think Tom Copeland had one. Tom likes to challenge me mentally. Let me see, Tom. Hold on. Hold on. I'm relearning a song right now. All right, Tom. I'm gonna have to during one of our videos listen to that song again. That one is out of the archives again, and I'm spacing on it right now. So here, I'm gonna come back to you, Tom. Well done on that, Tom. All right, let's see. Oh, we'll do this one for Caroline right here. Caroline and Chris, boy, you certainly are getting that snow over in New Mexico, but you work in the ski industry, so I know you're liking it. But we want to get you back down here to San Carlos. I think you're coming back down in May. Este es del disco Bar México y podemos hacer scenery. ¿Está bien? All right. I'd like to hear this next song. And it goes with a nice lazy day here in San Carlos. A friend of mine said, man, you've mellowed out. You're not as wild as you once used to be. He said, come back to the city. I said, come down to the sea. Now his skin's a little darker, and he sounded more like me. You see, I've been mellowed by the waves, rippling against these blue and endless waters. Mellowed by the tides, lapping against these miles of endless shore. Mellowed by the feel of sand between my toes. Mellowed like that lazy dog all curled up on the floor. I like the fast lane, now I'll take it nice and slow. Laid back, easy and mellow. 60 minutes out there on my little boat. These days, that's what I call happy hour. I still toss a few back, but I can't pound them all night long. I'll be dozing in my hammock when they're closing down the bars. I've been mellowed by the waves, lapping against these blue endless waters. Mellowed by the tides, lapping against these miles of endless shore. Mellowed by the feel of sand between my toes. Mellowed like that lazy dog all curled up on the floor. I used to like the fast lane, now I'll take it nice and slow. Laid back, easy and mellow. Mellowed by this song I'm singing in my soul. Mellowed by the knowledge it's all out of my control. So I'll take these days and live them out the best way that I know. Laid back, easy by the moonlight and the silhouettes of ships on the horizon. Mellowed by the tales from an old man about the one that got away. Mellowed by the sea, mellowed by the stars, mellowed like mahogany on the back of my guitar. I've always been so type A, now I just want to be laid back, easy and mellow, tuned out, unplugged, out of reach, out of touch, mellow. And video, life is better at the beach. Thank you guys very much. Caroline and Chris, I appreciate that request. Let's head back up to the beach up in Rocky Point.
It's another beautiful day in Rocky Point, and I can't believe that on a Saturday I've got this entire beach all to myself.
Well, it looks like we're safe from hurricanes on that beach, doesn't it? But every now and then, those babies spring up, and when they come up, we all want to be where the hurricane blows, except when the hurricane blows. Leslie, this one goes out for you. See, I can hear Rudy B rocking on this lead guitar right here. Take it away, Rudy. Came here for cold beer, beaches and blue skies. Then came the hurricane and bye-bye paradise. Now his roof's somewhere in Florida, his fridge floated out to sea. His pickup truck is stuck in muck, his boat's up in a tree. Old John was last seen out on the dock, screaming out to the weather gods, "Is that all you got?" From the Florida Keys, down in Belize, the Bahamas to Mexico, we all want to be where the hurricane blows, except when the hurricane blows. Now Tom and PJ bought a boat and named that baby Conked Out. God knows that's how they felt before they ever left the dock, when Francis and then Jean blew the wind right out of their sails. Torn and tattered, dazed and battered, thinking, man, let's bail. Last time I heard from Captain Tom, he was anchored somewhere beautiful, pouring PJ a shot of rum. No doubt they got conked out, but they kept those dreams afloat. They just want to be where the hurricanes blow, except when the hurricanes blow. That's Baja California you're looking at right there. San Felipe, last time they got nailed. Newsflash, the highway's packed, they've gotten out while they can. Now it's too late to evacuate, and it's about to hit the fan. So I'm stocked up on Captain Morgan, breaking out my snorkel and fins. House shaking, glass breaking, here we go again. I'm writing my will for the umpteenth time, and making one last toast from the coast. So lift those glasses high, lift them up, guys. Here's to John, PJ, and Tom, and all of you crazy folks who just want to be where the hurricanes blow. We all come because we love the sun, but there's one thing you gotta know. We all want to be where the hurricanes blow, except when the hurricanes blow. Except when the hurricanes blow. Except when the hurricanes blow, whoa, whoa. Except when the hurricanes blow. Whoosh. Thank you, Leslie, for the request on that one. Well, tienes soles y atardeceres y lunas. All right, Kathy Frederick, I'm going to send this one out for you, and Anais is going to work her magic on this one. This is a song off the White Sand, Warm Sun album. And Maggie Murray, if you're watching, I know this is one of your favorites. Mike Miller, I'm still coming back to you, and I got some more requests coming up. Hope everybody's doing okay tonight. This is a song I did as a duet with a gal with a beautiful voice, Wendy Newcomer. Co-wrote this song with Sonny Jim, and hope you like this one. Corona sunset and margarita moon. Spanish guitars serenade the sky with a tune. Waves kissing the shore. In time for just one more Corona sunset and margarita moon. They say down here crazy things can happen. This past week we're living proof. A mixed up reservation, a casual hello, a couple drinks, and next thing we knew it was Corona sunsets and margarita moons. Suddenly, mañana's coming way too soon. Wish these nights could somehow last instead of fading away so fast like Corona sunsets and margarita moons. Our footprints in the sand will soon be washed away as echoes of tonight fade with the breeze. You'll be back in your world and I'll be off to mine, looking back on distant memories. Sails out on the sea, silhouette to you and me, and Corona sunsets. Now your boarding pass is printed and your bags are packed. Just like that, reality's closing in. But this evening sky has got me thinking crazy thoughts. Perhaps this story doesn't end with this Corona sunset and margarita moon. Is it me, or are you kind of wondering too? Will these memories disappear, or lead us both back here to Corona sunsets and margarita moons? Will the salt air on the breeze again find you and me under Corona sunsets? I know I'll never forget Corona sunsets and margarita moons. Vamos a hacer malecón, momento, ¿sí? Well, we went up to Rocky Point, and I showed you a couple of lazy days on the beach, but I got to tell you, Rocky Point, as you guys know, on the weekends, a little bit different than San Carlos. It can really, really get hopping on their boardwalk on Fridays and Saturday nights, especially Saturdays, because, you know, most people down here are working Monday to Saturday, and Saturday night they want to let loose. But what I love down here is when just people show up on the boardwalk and families come and bands, just random bands show up. A guy will be walking down the street with like a tuba, and he'll hook up with a dude with a guitar player. And then like you see these bands with speakers hooked up to car batteries. And all of a sudden, you know, it's just a party out in the street. It's just a neat thing to see. So let's see Rocky Point when they really get hopping on a Saturday night. Cool. I just love it when stuff like that happens. One thing I love about Mexico is just how vibrant things are and things just happen out of the blue. So anyway, that doesn't just happen in your average place, you know. All right, guys, are you ready? We're going back to my dad here. So this guy walks into a bar, and he's in a bad mood. He sits down, and he says to the guy next to him, "I think all lawyers are jerks." And the guy next to him looks at him and says, "I'm offended by that statement, sir." And the guy says, "Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a lawyer." He says, "I'm not. I'm a jerk." This guy goes to a convenience store, and he walks up to the counter. He's got a pack of hot dogs, some Twinkies, cookies, a six-pack of beer, Doritos, and the cashier looks down at everything he's got, and she goes, "You're single, aren't you?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, how'd you know that?" She goes, "'Cause you're totally ugly." My wife's cooking is so bad that we say our prayers after eating. Give it up for my dad. Those are some of his classics. And my dad would always eat. Every time he talked, he said, "If I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the pasture." All right. Well, speaking of my dad, I'm gonna let him show up in this next song too. Mike Miller, you requested this one. I told you that my parents were married for 65 years. Long tradition of love in my family because my mom's parents, they were married for 71 years. How about that? You know what was also kind of cool? I didn't mention this before. My dad actually died exactly on the 50th anniversary of his father's death, which is just kind of cool. Isn't that neat? I mean, my dad would have really, really liked that, you know. And so you're going to see my parents in this, but not only my parents and my grandparents in this next song. You're going to see yourselves in this because a bunch of you guys also have a long history of love. And Mike Miller, I know your family's down here visiting. You got a bunch of kids, a bunch of grandkids, and you guys also kind of, you know, represent what this song's all about too. So I know Mike and Jamie like to get up and they like to dance this one. If you're at home and you feel like dancing a song, here it is. Granddad fell in love with my grandma back in 25. He knew right then she was the one. Now there they are in black and white. And as I wipe the dust off of that frame, I know that they're together once again. I would have loved to live back when the world didn't spin so fast. Things were different way back then, yet love was made to last. It was more than just some store-bought ring. No, those vows they made meant everything. I want to love you like that, or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back at a picture hanging up on a wall and remember how it all began when I took your hand and said, I want to love you. I want to love you like that. One day we stood up before God and everyone we knew. I gave my word, you gave your heart, and we softly said, I do, with a promise to live faithfully for not a day less than eternity. So here we are now, me and you, raising 4 kids of our own. We've done the best that we can do to make this house into a home, and our kids will meet someone someday. When they look at us, I hope that they will say, I want to love you like that, or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back at a picture hanging up on a wall and remember how it all began when I took your hand and said, I want to love you. I want to love you like that, or I don't want to love you at all. Someday I want to look back at a picture hanging up on a wall and remember how it all began when I took your hand and said, I want to love you. I want to love you like that. I want to love you like that. I want to love you like that. All right, thank you very much. Hey, Mike and Jamie, I hope you guys are having a good time with your family. I know you were really looking forward to getting them down here, so congratulations to you. And thanks for the request on that song. All right, Luis, what do we got over there, dude? So Luis is working, getting his college applications in. And can you believe he's down to just a couple more months at home? I can't. What am I going to do when this house suddenly gets quiet? Yeah, like that's never going to happen. Yeah, I was fantasizing there for a moment. You'll have to excuse me. All right. Claudia, I got yours coming right up. Sound good? And let's see. Hold on. Tom, if I could just get the first line of the song. So, Tom, your homework is, please, because it's driving me crazy now. If you can email Tom or just send Luis a message, the first line of my own song. This is what happens when you've got like 175 songs, you know. So, and Tom right now is just laughing. He's evil. He's up in Coburg and he plots all week long on how he's going to stump me. Come on, Tom, be easy on me, okay? All right. I'll tell you what. I'll do one for Claudia then right now. Claudia, I always appreciate you watching and love your whole family, and I'm really glad you like this song. De vez en cuando, si quieres poner una luna, ¿está bien? Y atardeceres también. ¿Está bien? I haven't played this song in a long time, but it's kind of nice to be out under the sky tonight. This is off a CD called Back to Laid Back, which, to be honest with you, I think of all the CDs is probably my favorite one. It's the stuff I least play. It's kind of the most mellow. But I hope you like this song. Feet dangling, hanging off of the pier. Is this how it looks when God looks into the mirror? A big orange ball descends into the sea. Wow. Brush strokes of fire accentuate the scene. cooped up within four walls too long. Half the time I hear your voice, it's on a phone. Round and round, running on this hamster wheel. Been so long I've forgotten how it feels to just be somewhere under the sky. As the day turns into night, the sky, just you and I, hanging off the edge of a world that somehow would get by if the two of us somehow disappeared somewhere under the sky. Somewhere under the sky. Downtown, the cars are all jammed in a row. Hands on the wheel, ears glued to the phone. Unaware of the show that's going on. While a garage door goes up, garage door goes down. The horizon's on fire, painted in 1,000 shades. Streaks of neon shoot across the page. Somehow the sea's been hypnotized, while in a split second my soul's been electrified. Electrified. Somewhere under the sky tonight is just you and I, hanging off the edge of a world that somehow would get by if the two of us somehow disappeared somewhere under the sky. Somewhere under the sky. You and me on the edge of a world that somehow would get by if the two of us simply disappeared somewhere under the sky. Somewhere under the sky. Somewhere under the sky. Thank you very much, Claudia, Charlie, David, Jenny. Thank you guys for watching the show and supporting it like you always do. Thank you for your friendship. Hey, I hope little Max is doing well, by the way. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys all again very, very soon. Hey, so that 9-volt man we saw, he just kept wandering around finding new victims. Let's see who he ran across now.
Hey, we got a victim here. What's your name?
Darian.
Darian. Darian?
Darian, yeah.
Where are you down from?
San Diego.
All right. Let's see what you can do here. Nacho's going to see how much he can withstand. Nacho, you ready? All right. Fire away. Oh. Pretty impressive. What do you guys think?
Oh,
And once again, Nacho enjoying his work. Wow, he gets paid for this. I figured it'd be the other way around, that Nacho would pay you. He's still holding on, though. This is impressive. Whoa, there we go. Give it up, everybody.
All right, Tom Coburg, I think I've come up with it. And nobody even fed me the lyrics. God finally started feeling sorry for me and just put them in my brain. I owe you an extra $5 in the basket. All right, Tom, Not sure how far I'll get into it, but just to officially say that I played Tom's request. I dropped by late last night just to see if you were back in town. Your daddy shook his head and smiled. Guess he knows why I've been coming round. Well, he said he hadn't heard from you, so we laughed and had a drink or two. Now a tropical moon is shining, and the tide is gently rolling in. And if I listen, I can softly hear ya calling out in the Mexican wind. Are you asking me to just hang on? Are you telling me it won't be long till I see you again? Till I see you again. Will I be with you again? I just don't know. 'Cause I've been watching the days go by, and I've been listening to the radio. I've been working real hard and passing the time, but I wonder if you know that somewhere out on the edge there's a singer and an old guitar, all alone in the moonlight, wondering where you are, asking me to just hang on, and telling you it won't be long till I see you again, till I see you again. Will I be with you again? I just don't know. Till I see you again, till I see you again. Will I be with you again? I just don't know. I dropped by late last night just to see if you were back in town. There you go, Tom and Eleanor and Ellie. I hope you enjoyed that one. All right, Lise, do we have any more requests? I think we got one more here. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Really do appreciate it. Eric Stone's going to be joining us soon. I have another guest who's going to be joining us soon, Dave Munsick, and some other fun folks coming up. All right, Norma, this one's going to go out for you. Norma likes this next song. I think we got all the other ones, Luis. We do. Awesome. I love it when that happens. Norma, I was thinking of you the other day because I know you like this song. Now, here in Hermosillo, they just set a world record this weekend on the world's largest carne asada. Did you see this? How many, Elsa, cuántos cocineros hubo? Almost people, right? Yes. Sounds unbelievable. There were almost 2,000 people cooking this carne asada all at one time, and it's the world record largest carne asada ever done. Give it up for Hermosillo. Come on. You know, we never win anything in the Olympics around this place, so let us at least have the world's largest carne asada, okay? We got to win something here. It's about time. All right. So, Norma, I was thinking of you on that because I know you like this song. Let's put some carne asada and a tortilla and just see what happens on this next song, all right? Everyone says I'm so lucky. I got the best wife in the world. I have to say that because she's sitting right there. But I can't lie. There's been this girl. Every time we get together, I lose all self-control. She satisfies my needs like no one else I know. We meet down on the south side in a drugstore parking lot. She always keeps it spicy, 'cause she knows I like it hot. She enables my addiction. It's sinful, I confess, how I give in to temptation, but I can't resist. Lupita, Lupita's Taco Stand. Best food this side of the Rio Grande. When she asks you, ¿Quieres otro? Just smile and say, sí. The best $6 a guy could ever spend is at Lupita's Taco Stand. Now if you're into real fine dining, or hanging out with snobs, or waiters in tuxedos, nah, this ain't your kind of spot. It's just plastic chairs and tables, foam cups and paper plates. But the food Lupita serves you will leave a big smile on your face. There's no list of healthy options, no low fat or gluten free. Good luck keeping count if you're counting calories. It's a flavorful fiesta of chicken, pork, or beef, with a heap inside of Spanish rice and a smackery fried beans. You're getting really hungry, aren't you, Dick? Down at Lupita's Taco Stand. It's heaven in a fresh tortilla made by hand. The salsa's hot and spicy. Your taste buds say, ole! Guaranteed your waistline will expand. Down at Lupita's Taco Stand. Now my wife's home making meatloaf. I ought to be ashamed as I'm slapping on the salsa and the guacamole. Guacamole! Now most folks wouldn't set foot here or ever hit this side of town. The buildings, they seen better days, the neighborhood's run down. But if you feel a bit adventurous, you'll be glad you took the chance. Believe me, I guarantee you'll come back again at Lupita's Taco Stand. Just one bite and you're bound to comprehend. You'll be shouting hallelujah and viva Mexico. You're gonna stuff your face there every chance you can. Down at Lupita's Taco Stand. Down at Lupita's Taco Stand. Where are we going after the show? Down to Lupita's Taco Stand. All right. Thank you very much. Well, real quick, and Luis, while you're letting me know if we have any other requests, just want to let you know real quick, it's not a taco stand, but this is a really cool thing. If you go just down the street from my house and go around the bend, you can walk there in about 30 seconds, is this cool little microbrewery. And my friend George has it in his garage. It's called Wymus Brewing Company. We're doing a private party there. A group of only 40 of us on a bus from San Carlos on Thursday, March the 16th. Going to be a lot of fun. If you want to go on this little trip with us that leaves San Carlos at like 4 in the afternoon, you'll be here at 4:30. We're going to drink beers. I'm going to do a show. We're going to have a raffle where you can win all kinds of prizes. And he's going to give you a free 5-ounce taster glass of your favorite craft beer that he's got. And then I threw in at the end, after we had already made the whole deal and everything, I said, you know what the heck, for this first one, let's give everybody pizza all night long. So the pizza's on me. It's going to be 500 pesos for the event. That includes the bus ride, all the pizza you want, the show, the raffle ticket, the 5-ounce thing of beer. Thursday, March the 16th, we've got, I think, a dozen seats left on the bus if you want to come. Before that, of course, I'm going up to Arizona. I'm going to be going 2 weekends in a row. I'll be going this weekend for my family stuff. And then I'll be in Phoenix. I'll be in 2 different locations. Sun City West at this backyard that looks just like a bar. It's my buddy Bruce's place. And then Lakefront over at Rudy B's place in Albuquerque. Both are open to the public, BYOB shows, a lot of fun. then on Saturday, I get to play for you guys down in Tucson. And that's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to get the info, make sure you talk to me about that. So just want to thank you guys for being here tonight. A couple of you have asked about coming to the funeral. I appreciate that. It's going to be on Friday, and if you want to get the details, it's going to be in Phoenix. I'd be happy to send you the details. Some of you guys who said that you'd like to be there, and I thank you for that. I think, Luis, do we have all the requests done? We have. All right. So Luis has handled our comments tonight. Pablo and Anais have done the audio visual, and I'm going to close out with one song. I'm going to do Sky Sand. All right, so I'm going to close out with something that'll get you up and dancing. This last song. It's another one off the Lupita's Taco Stand album. It's a Sonny Jim song that he was nice enough to let me record, and he sang it with me as a duet on the latest CD. Here we go. The sand is cool beneath my feet. Gone is the summer's daytime heat. My footsteps crunch along this beach and drift into eternity. A million diamonds light the night, a million candles shining bright. In inky blackness how they shine, as they will do throughout all time. Help me out now. Sky, sand, water, moon. Don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Across the ocean ripples flow, pushed by the tides and the winds that blow. Into these gentle waves they roll, their journey's secret whispered low. A soft caress in night's embrace shines on the beach tonight and somewhere on your face. I take great comfort in this truth, that same moon watches over you. Sky, sand, water, moon. Don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Every little bit, every atom of my being begins to stir, and it starts into singing. Intoxicated, elated by this night's rich perfume. Every little bit gets me feeling, gets me thinking that each moment is ours, just for the taking, to treasure forever, shining like some gold in the bloom. Sky, sand, water, moon. Don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Every atom of my being begins to stir, and it starts into singing. Intoxicated, elated by this night's rich perfume. Every little bit gets me feeling, gets me thinking that each moment is ours, just for the taking, to treasure forever, shining like some gold in the bloom. Sky, sand, water, moon. Don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. One more time. Sky, sand, water, moon. Don't let this night be over soon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. I feel connected and in tune. Sky, sand, water, moon. Thank you guys very much for all the love and support you've shown my family. and for joining me tonight here on Mulligan's Island. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. God bless you guys. Thanks so much.
Let's make our way down to Mexico, where we can meet the friends we know. White sand, warm sun, and H2O. It's time for us to get back to laid back. Try a different beer from our favorite six-pack. This crazy world says, come on, let's go. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, it's a Mexican hideaway. The life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We'd all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. It's the right place and the right time to be south of the border again. This is the day we get to listen in. We don't sing no blues anymore. We kick off our shoes at our front door, full of wide-eyed wonder as the waves roll in. It's time for the music man, a coastal kid with guitar in hand. Even bad days are good here on the island. Giving us a place where we can talk to each other fan to fan. Uncharted courses crossing our paths. It's our kind of people and our kind of place. Down in the tropics, a Mexican hideaway. Life in this old beach town turns a frown upside down. We all be smiling here on Mulligan's Island. I'll be smiling here on Mulligan's Island.